Well, good afternoon. My name is Nathan Allen. I'm just going to go down the list here of the different things we have, starting with my degree. I'm seeking a Master's of Education in Curriculum and Instruction. My goal in this class is to continue my work towards becoming a principal, finish my principal certification, so that I can help to implement project-based learning, not just in the classrooms, but across entire schools to build up so that I'm not just working in one individual place. I enjoy teaching. I want to become a better teacher, but at the same time, I want to be able to promote this style of education or incorporating somehow this education into the different methods that are already in place. Um, as far as the classes, I actually teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies. So I do incorporate STEM into those, and I've taught science in the past. I've taught different math classes in the past. I have multiple certifications, but my heart is in social studies. So it's been a real challenge, and I've spent a lot of time trying to combine social studies and the understanding of humans and their decisions into STEM and STEM related projects. As far as my focus and goals is to have a my goal is to have a broad focus across all the areas and all the disciplines. I want to make sure that we move away from that understanding of, well, this is the group of math teachers and this is the group of science teachers, and they each have their own little place. I want to make sure that we look through all the different grades, all the different subjects, and connect them interdisciplinary. Um, I'd like to be very proficient at combining these multiple content areas across all the grades and really pulling in STEM projects into history and the understanding of human nature. And I think that human nature is a very vital part to the growth of our schools. To pull in, of course, they're going to need their 21st century skills. They need to understand how our society functions on computers, technology, and the way that we communicate. But at the same time, they also have to see the human side of that and where that comes into play. As far as what makes me special, I'm a husband, a father, and a friend. I don't believe that we have the right to make enemies, especially not on our own accord. Um, but I believe that there are many people that find problems. And for me, anything that sets me apart is I think that you should always push towards fixing, mending, or repairing those bridges that often get burned because it's part of how we learn, it's part of who we are. And if we teach our students that if you work together, learn to work together, and learn to find what we call common ground, then you're able to produce projects and to produce better products out of those projects. As far as my my personal self, what I want to share, my goal is to change people's lives, not just in knowledge or in possessions, but to change the way that they view life. I truly believe that I can help them to better their lives, not to have a better house, not to have a better car, but to enjoy the life experiences that they have, to find a learning time, something that they've learned from every experience in their life. Now, this has led me into a few problems, one of which is people that don't want help. Very often you run into students that do not want help, and becoming a better teacher, taking classes, that's really helped me to learn skills of helping others to see where they can be improved, to see where they can learn to help themselves. Moving on to the progressive era. The progressive era, from my knowledge, is a point at which our country decided that they were going to be better, that they were going to take a stand against many things, against alcoholism, against crime, and against ignorance even. And a lot of what they did, they believed, would be changed by education. Maybe not just becoming smarter, but learning, learning facts, learning whatever they could by teaching them everything, that they would have a clearer view on how society would function and they would become better members of society. As far as what I know and learn about project methods, um, I've worked a lot with project-based learning the last couple of years. And what I've learned is the foundation of what knowledge I have, and that's that projects are primarily to give a few things to the students, one of which is life purpose, to give them purpose to want to do something. It's not because you're going to get a good grade or because your parents want you to, but because you're going to put out effort to learn it yourself, and that it's necessary. Another major point is that it's not forced, that it's something that develops naturally within the student to want more knowledge. Something that I've learned or didn't know that I've learned so far from reading through these articles, um, education is life and not the preparation for life. It's an interesting view, and I've enjoyed reading through the article that a lot of us, even myself, view education as preparing them for real world experiences. And I think if we take that and begin to change our view where real world experiences are preparing them for life, then we can change the way education is scripted. As far as my expectations for this class, I have 3 different expectations. One is to help me bridge the gap between memorization, experience, STEM, and social studies. Since social studies is at the heart of what I like, technology is something I enjoy as a hobby, I would like to mix those with experience and the memorization. There is a measure of memorization, no matter what, that students find in life. You have to know what something's called. And if you use it enough, you'll learn it through that. Maybe not memorization as we think of the learning your times tables, but memorization is a long-term memory mixed in with multiple experiences. And then add that to social studies, which is just learning about experiences that you never experienced, living vicariously through characters in history. Second thing that I expect to get out of this class is to really put my video making skills to the test. I'm constantly making videos for my class, and I'm always up to a challenge to add something new, to find a new method of intriguing people through videos. And last is to help me better understand human nature when it comes to learning. Why do we learn? What do we want to learn? And how do we push ourselves to learn more? Thank you, and I'm really looking forward to this class and all that it has for me.